Welcome, lover of wisdom. This is Alkistis Island. Come with me on a relaxing journey of healing and transformation.
I am certain that you will enjoy this experience. It will all seem effortless to you. All you have to do is follow my instructions and have faith that I have your best interests at heart. Whatever your hopes and dreams may be, you will emerge from this experience much more powerful and much more confident than ever. Just sit back or lie back with your feet and hands not touching. Begin by taking a deep breath, expanding your stomach as oxygen fills your whole body. Allow the breath to find its own natural ebb and flow, like the waves of the sea that rise and fall. And in a few moments, you may bring into your heart and mind those areas in your life that you could do better in, where you can improve your own performance and perspective. Focus on one thing now in particular that you would like to improve over the next 30 days. Whatever hopes and dreams you may have, you will emerge from this relaxing experience here today much more powerful and much more confident than ever before. Keep breathing deeply, inhaling deeply through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. Feel your abdomen rising and falling. And as you do this, feel the muscles of your face relaxing. Your eyelids are relaxing, and they feel heavier and heavier. As your eyes shut down completely, the muscles and nerves around your cheeks are becoming heavy, droopy, and drowsy. Your lips are relaxing. Your jaw is relaxing and your mouth is open. Your shoulders are relaxing. The whole right arm is relaxing. The whole left arm is relaxing. Now consciously relax your spinal column. You may need to adjust your pelvis so that your whole spinal column is relaxing. Relax your whole right leg, your whole left leg. You feel more and more relieved and relaxed. Feel yourself floating and flowing. And you notice too that your thoughts have slowed down. As every minute passes, you feel more relaxed. Imagine 10 steps going downwards and get the same looking down feeling that you get as you look down a flight of stairs. And as I count, you're going to feel yourself and see yourself taking each step. And you might find it helps to see your feet on every step. You're moving to the top step right now, step number 10. And you are looking down towards your feet. As each muscle and nerve grows loose, limp, lazy, and relaxed, you reach step number 9. As a wave of relaxation washes all across your body and you go deeper, you're taking a step number 8. And you can see yourself, your feet treading each step as you move down, drift down, travel down to an even deeper level. You're taking step 7, going deeper with every sound that you hear. Every sound, noise, and movement around you is flowing through you, taking you deeper into awareness. Number 6, and you're going deeper with every count. Your level of response is doubling and intensifying. You've reached step 5. You're twice as deep as you were just moments ago. You're taking step 4 as each muscle turns loose, lets loose, and you go deeper. You're taking step number 3 as you gently, calmly, easily move onto a still deeper level. You've reached step number 2, drifting way down, deep down, and now you're finally taking step number 1. Just relax deeply and allow yourself that drifting. We have arrived. This is the place of transformation. So right now, I want you to simply imagine that you are going back in time. You are going back to your childhood home. You are going back to the home that you lived between the age of 2 and 8. And if you lived in more than one home between those ages of 2 and 8, it doesn't matter. Your mind will pick the right home, and even as I have you think about that and consider that, your mind is taking you back and back and back. And now you are standing in the street. You are standing outside that home that you lived between the ages of 2 and 8. You are walking through the front door. You are now inside that home, and you are drawn like a magnet to the bedroom you slept in as a child. And now you are just outside that bedroom. Your hand is on the door handle. You are just about to go into your childhood bedroom. In that room is you as a little child. And you know that little child so well, and you have a complete affinity and love with that child. But they know that you are there, more grown up, and they have an affinity with you, and they will tell you anything you need to know. So, open the door. Go into that room. And they are sitting on the bed as you did as a little child. A little child between the ages of 2 and 8. And you are sitting down next to that little child. You know that little child so well. This is you as a child, and they know that you are there, all grown up, and they are completely comfortable with you being in the room. And I want to ask you to ask that child some questions. And as you ask each question, the authentic answer will spring into your mind. And the first thing you are going to ask that child is, are you happy or unhappy? And the answer is coming up immediately. I want you to ask that child another question. Who loves you? And the answer will come up immediately. I want you to ask that child if they feel loved. I want you to ask them what the people raising them, usually mommy and daddy, but that could be grandparents or relatives or teachers. What do the people raising them do or do not do that makes the child feel not loved enough, not lovable enough? And here is one more question. I want you to ask that child very clearly, who is rejecting you? What are the people around you doing or not doing that make you feel rejected? The child will tell you straight away, with complete honesty and clarity, what it is that makes them feel rejected. Who makes them feel rejected? It could be the children at school. It could be the siblings. It could be the neighbor's children. And now, as I click my fingers, you are going to hear some words being said, some words that were said to that little child when you were that little child. As I count to 3, you are going to hear certain words. On the count of 1, 2, and 3, your ears are wide open. You can remember something being said to you, about you, even over you, something that has led you to fear being rejected, to feel that you are not good enough, something to do with feeling that you are not smart enough or pretty enough or attractive enough, that you somehow don't have what the other children have. I want you to look at that child and just feel what they are feeling. Hear what they heard. See what they saw. And now, as I count back, your brilliant mind is going to take you right back to a scene, a place, an event that has all to do with when you first got this perception that people might reject you or that you might not be good enough. Right now, on the count of 5, your brilliant mind is pulling you back, taking you back, moving you back, drawing you back. You are going back to a scene that has to do with you feeling not good enough. On the count of 4, you are becoming younger, smaller, lighter, shorter. On the count of 3, you are peeling back away from your body. On the count of 2, you are drifting back. It's like you are in a time tunnel, being pulled back, drawn back, taken back to a vivid, vital scene that is the cause, the reason, the root of you still fearing rejection. On the count of 1, just be at that original event. As I click my fingers, a scene is springing into your mind, like the TV switches on a certain scene when you turn it on. This scene is coming into your mind, and as I ask you a set of questions, you instinctively and automatically answer each one. The first question is, are you inside or outside? You just know. Is it nighttime or daytime? You know that too. How old are you about in this scene? And here is the only question that really matters, which you are going to answer perfectly. What are you doing, seeing, feeling, and more than anything else, what are you experiencing? And as you hear me saying, what are you experiencing, you are already feeling that experience as if it just happened recently. What are you feeling? What are you hearing? What is being said about you, to you, around you? What's going on? You may be at home with a critical parent or a critical relation or a critical babysitter. You may be at school with some children who are mean. Perhaps it's your siblings or a teacher who is very mean to you. But I want you to just be aware what you are feeling and experiencing, as if it happened yesterday. And I want you to keep that image to one side. It is as if you just got a DVD of a moment in your past, and you are putting that one to the side, because we are now going back to another scene, even more vivid, even more vital. On the count of 5, you are going to become younger, smaller, lighter, shorter. On the count of 4, years, months, and weeks, days are peeling back away from your body. On the count of 3, you are drifting way back, being pulled back, drawn back, and taken back. On the count of 2, you are going back in time to a scene that has all to do with being rejected. On the count of 1, you are drifting right back, right now, just be there. And again, as I ask you these questions, a scene is springing into mind like you are switching on the television set and a picture is coming into focus. The scene is where you are now. Is it daytime or nighttime? You just know. Are you on the inside of a house or outside? Are you on your own or is anybody with you? And finally, what are you doing, seeing, feeling, and more than anything else, what are you experiencing? You are feeling the feeling, experiencing the experience, and remembering that scene as if it happened yesterday. Of course, you don't have to relive this. You are simply reviewing it as something sad, something really mean that happened. You don't relive that, you are reviewing that. And you are reviewing this because it's giving you the most profound level of understanding about you. So just one more time, you are going back to the most vital, crucial, vivid scene of all. That has all to do with who you were, why you got this perception, this belief that you are not good enough. On the count of 5, you are drifting back to a vivid, vital, crucial scene that has all to do with how you got this way. On the count of 4, you are becoming years younger. On the count of 3, you are becoming smaller, lighter, shorter. Years, months, weeks, days are peeling away from your body. You're drifting right back, taken to the most vivid scene, the reason, the root of your fearing rejection. Just be there, and this scene, this time, is it daytime or nighttime? Are you inside a house or outside? You just know. How old are you about? And finally, the only question that matters, what are you doing, seeing, feeling, and experiencing? So you can get a feeling like that, like it happened yesterday. So I want you to keep those 3 scenes in your mind. I want you to look over and around and through these scenes. Right now, your brilliant mind is looking at these scenes. As it looks at them, it understands exactly how and where and why you began to get this fear of being rejected, of not being good enough. As your mind looks at the scenes, it's already processing this all and going, oh, yes, those people said that really mean thing to me. Someone said something mean, did something very mean. I heard them saying something mean. I thought my parents preferred my brother or my sister. I thought my teacher liked all the other kids. And I thought I was ugly or stupid or poor or just different. It doesn't really matter what it is. It only matters that you are beginning to see just how and where and why, and more than anything, when you got these mistaken beliefs. What you're seeing is that when you could have been on the planet for just a few years, maybe 3 years, maybe 4 years, you came to some conclusions about yourself. When you have been on the planet for just a few years, you came to a conclusion, you formed a belief, you made an opinion. People reject me, I'm not good enough. I'm not as good as other people. I get rejected. These are all mistaken beliefs that you had as a child. And I want you to look at how and why you did that. I want you to imagine you are holding those 3 scenes as if they are DVDs in one hand. And in your other hand, you are holding a scene of today with this issue, this fear of rejection that holds you back. And your brilliant mind is showing you that those early scenes have all to do with why you got rejected, and that those early scenes gave you this understanding and has a power over you. It is so powerful and so liberating and so transforming when you understand why and how those scenes affected you. you must also understand something else. You are not a little child anymore. You don't live with those critical people. That isn't you. It will never be you. As you understand how and where and why you got rejected, you're understanding something else. It will never, ever again for the rest of your life be relevant or necessary to appropriate or even remotely impressing on you to feel those feelings of rejection again. So I want you to be back in that bedroom with that sweet little child. I want you to wrap your arms around that little child or take that little child by the hand. I want you to take them back to where you live today. I want you to walk them through the front door of your home. I want you to show them where you live today. And where you live now, there are not those people rejecting or hurting you. You don't go to a school with a critical teacher or bullying classmates. You don't go to a school anymore where there are other kids who put you down, who don't hang around with you. You don't live with the parents that hurt you, and even if you did, you have the power that you didn't have when you were 3 years old, 4, 5, 6, 10, 11, or 12. In fact, now you are all grown up. You can leave at any time. So I want you to do a little upgrade. Show the child your phone with all the numbers of friends that you have on your phone that want to hear from you. Show them that you have your own bank account, that you can buy your own stuff, you can drive a car, you have a credit card, you have a mobile phone. All these things are not available to you when you were 2, 3, 4, or 6 years old, but they are available to you now. And I want you to remember all those things that you most wanted to hear as a child. You see, you know even better than me. I know because we all want to hear the same things that you did, that you are a great child, and I love you. How lucky I am to be your parent. How lucky I am to raise children like you. How lucky I am as a teacher to have you in my class. Those were the kind of things you would have liked to hear then. So I want you to repeat some verse I am going to say. I want you to repeat them out loud. Don't worry, nobody is listening. It's more powerful to say them out loud. I want you to hold that little child in your arms, and I want you to say out loud, I am becoming a loving parent to you now. No one in the world can play this role like I can. I love you exactly the way you are. I love you completely and unconditionally. You never, ever have to earn that. You are safe with me. I am here protecting you always. I am always here listening to anything you want to share. You and I have a balance now. There's nothing we can't do together. And I want you to show that little child the world you live in now, a world of friends and love and successes and travels and beautiful things you've bought for yourself. And even if you haven't gotten all of that yet, you are absolutely moving towards that future. That's because you have taken charge of your life. You are moving towards your dreams. I want you to upgrade that child now. I want you to think of all the things you most wanted to hear, and I want you to say them out loud. And let's just start by saying, you are such a great child. You are so lovable. I am so lucky to have you. I am so lucky I get to raise you. You are so sweet, so strong, so smart, so gorgeous. You are intelligent. You are clever. You are lovable. And when you grow up and you find someone, they will love you too. Nobody can reject you because you are smart and lovable, and you are a good kid. And even if they do reject you, you don't care anymore. I want you to add in other things that you most wanted to hear when you were a child. For example, I'm glad you are a girl. I'm glad you're a boy. I'm glad you are you. And as you repeat even more words of what you really needed to hear, that you are the best kid, that you are wonderful, that you have a bright future ahead of you. And now I want you to think of something else. Even if your parents didn't love you, or your teachers weren't that good with you, they didn't want you, or your parents didn't plan for you, the truth is, somebody wanted you here. You are a gift to your parents. You are a gift. You are meant to be here on earth, even if your parents or your teachers or your friends may not have wanted or appreciated you as much as they could have. The universe wanted you to be here. It wanted you to be here, and it put you here. It created you here. The universe is here to support you 1000% in knowing that you belong to life, that you are here with a special mission, that you are part of life's longing for itself, and you always have been. In the whole history of the universe, there will never be another being exactly like you. You are unique. And always remember, to be rejected, you have to let it in. You have to allow it. And if you don't let it in, you can't be rejected. People can be mean and critical, but you are choosing every day to not let in all this negativity, because you remember the key words I am telling you now. My voice is going with you. My voice is staying with you. My voice is having a powerful and permanent, all-pervasive impact on you. You remember these words. Critical people have the most criticism reserved for themselves. They are deeply unhappy people, and they speak to themselves in negative words all day long in their head. So that's just the way they know how to talk. That's just the way they think for themselves. But superior people praise others. Superior people like yourself give other people compliments and see the very best in other people. Every day you say to yourself as you pass by the mirror, I am lovable. I matter. I am attractive. I can't be rejected. I love myself. I accept myself. I believe in myself. I am here with something valuable to offer every day. And as you praise yourself, your self-esteem goes up. Your sense of self-worth goes up. Your sense of value and self-image goes up. And then even something more wonderful happens. other people's sense of your worth and value and image goes up too. Because you see, you train people on how they should treat you. You believe in yourself. The most valuable and important words you hear are the words you say to yourself. The conversation that happens in your head. And so every day you must praise yourself. Every day you go back and talk to that inner child. I want you right now to install that child in your home. You have taken them out of that childhood home and put them where you live now, next to you. If you have children, add them to the children that are there. If you live in a house with a partner that loves you, invite that inner child to feel that love. And if you live alone, you will be there to love that child every day for the rest of your life. Now, it's okay, because remember, you are becoming a loving parent to this child. No one can do quite the job as good as you can. Nobody can love you as much as you can love yourself. So that child lives in your world, protected by you, your warm embrace. And every time you are doing the most simple things like driving your car down the street or paying for your groceries, your credit card, or going to work, hey, you're not a kid, because you are driving your own car down the street. You are making your decisions for your life. You are no longer 3. You are no longer 4. You no longer live in the house where you can't make any decisions. You can't be rejected, and this is the truth about you. Nobody can reject you unless you give them your permission. And you are never going to do that, because you know the truth about you, and I know the truth about you. You matter. You are significant. You belong. You cannot be rejected, and you are developing phenomenal coping skills every day. Every day you remind yourself that you matter, that you are significant. You love yourself, and you give and receive love to yourself. And all those fears of rejection are shrinking, disappearing. They are going, gone into the distance, evaporating. Everything that made you fear rejected is being shattered and smashed. It is out of your life. It is in the distant past. It is all behind you. It is something you used to have, and simply no more. You will not, and it does not affect you ever again after this session. And let's just do one more thing. I want you to imagine those people that rejected you, the parents that criticized you sometimes, the relatives that put you down, the kids that bullied you or did not accept you. I want you to imagine that when you go home today, those parents are in your home. They have turned up with their luggage and they want to move in. They've had a moment when they have suddenly realized how incredible you are. Those people who once rejected you are at your doorstep now and would love to tell you how much they love you. They would love to move in with you and be your friend. And they say, let me make you breakfast. Let me make you dinner. Let me sit with you and tell you how much I love you. Let me walk you down to work, or walk you somewhere where you want to go, or watch TV with you, or go shopping with you. I want you to imagine how long you could actually take it if these critical parents suddenly moved in with you. Were they there for even 1 minute? and they would be there all day praising you. I want you to imagine that bully that suddenly wants to be your best friend, that brother or sister who was mean to you, who was actually jealous of you because of their own weaknesses. And you know what most people will say? I couldn't take that, even for a weekend or an hour. Some people will say 5 minutes. My mom and dad living in my house, my brother and sister who used to argue with me, praising me, I don't need it anymore. I don't mind if they're there, but I certainly don't need them anymore. I don't need their approval at all. You see, when you were a child, you needed people to love you and to protect you from rejection. And now you're all grown up. You are doing such a great job. You don't need those critical people from your past to love you because you are doing such an awesome job, a phenomenal job, an outstanding job of telling yourself how lovable you are. You cannot be rejected. You are bulletproof. You are rejection-proof. People can say horrible things and you can go, thanks for sharing that. It's just an opinion. You don't have to let their opinion in anymore. So as you go deeper, you are so aware of a powerful transformation taking place in you. You like yourself. You really like yourself. And because you like yourself, other people like you too every day. You move on from one phenomenal accomplishment to another. You like yourself and you like other people, and they like you right back. You praise yourself and other people, they praise you back. You believe in yourself. You massively increase your own level of self-worth, self-value, self-image, and everyone around you does the same thing. And when people are harsh and mean and critical, you know deep inside that they are just having a bad day, that your parents did all the best they could, but it wasn't always enough. And they probably had some difficult parents themselves. But you're shattering all that. You are doing better. You are a loving person. You like yourself. You believe in yourself. You feel good about yourself. You have a warm, magnetic personality. People like you, and you like you. And every day you praise yourself. And just one final thing that's really going to heal you. I want you to go back to those 3 scenes, and I want you to imagine the person that bullied you, the person who was mean to you, that they actually like you and that they want to hang around with you and be your friend. The parents that put you down, or the teachers, the people that rejected you, suddenly recognize what a great person you are. The people that diminished you and hurt you, they actually just want to love you, because you see you can change those scenes and confuse your mind. You don't need to, because no matter how bad your childhood was, it's never too late to have a childhood that's happy. You see, those people too had many problems of their own, and they were mean to you because they themselves were confused. So you can forgive them for their weakness. Even now you can remember that you have your own independence. You have friends you want to hang out with, and they love hanging out with you. You don't ever have to hang around with people you dislike anymore. People can be mean and harsh and critical. You don't have to take that. They are just having a bad day. They have problems of their own. We have bad days, but you are having great days because you know it's all in your own power. Because you praise yourself, believing in yourself, you cannot be rejected. The most important words you will ever hear are the words you say to yourself and believe. The most important opinion is your opinion. What is the opinion you have of yourself? Hold yourself high. Love yourself. It doesn't matter what happened to you in your childhood, and even if it does, it's just one more thing to look over and around as those scenes that are drifting past you. As if you saw a car accident. It doesn't have to affect you. You saw it, you experienced it, and you went through it. It doesn't have to have an effect on you. As the beautiful, intelligent, talented, loving, grown-up person that you are today, it is no longer necessary or relevant. It's inappropriate. It isn't even remotely interesting for you to think those thoughts or believe those beliefs ever again. They are out of your life. They are in your past. You are lovable. And every day you say to yourself the last few sentences in your head, I accept myself as lovable. I accept myself as worthy. I am lovable. I easily give love and I easily accept love. I respect myself and that is enough. I am filled and nourished by the love that surrounds me now, and always I will fill and nourish my heart and other people with my love and my power. You say those words to yourself every day because the truth is you are lovable. You were born to shine. You always have been and always will be. You easily give and receive love. You are filled and nourished and sustained by love. That's available to you always. Love is in the air. You can inhale it deeply through every breath. You have to believe that everything that they believe, they had a choice that day not to do that. But because of their own weakness, they may have made mistakes. Then you make the choice every day to have a great day because you are bulletproof, rejection-proof. You love you. You praise you. You give compliments to yourself and recognize your talents. You realize that you are different. You are selected. You are chosen. Your talents will always shine. So on the count of 1, you are returning to your full awareness, feeling amazing. On the count of 2, you are feeling at peace. On the count of 3, you are feeling extraordinary. On the count of 4, feeling so proud of yourself. On the count of 5, feeling amazing and revitalized. You have an understanding that is so liberating, so freeing, so empowering. So just open up your eyes and fill your world with love and creativity. Just take a deep breath and fill yourself for a few moments of energy. You have done something extraordinary today, and I salute you for that. I thank you for that, for taking this journey with me, because you are on a journey. It is a journey of upgrading your inner software. I want you to remember that you are bulletproof, rejection-proof. You can take charge every moment of every day. Take charge of your thoughts and of your emotions and your destiny. You are destined for success, happiness, and fulfillment. People can say and do mean things, but you choose not to let that in, to let it slide off of you. So until I see you again, well done, and just be aware that over the next few days and hours, many more scenes may come to you in bed. You might dream some dreams at night. You may even feel a little tearful, and it's very important to just let go. Let go of the past. You have a massive letting go capacity. Just drop it. Whatever doesn't help you, release it. What affects you is the meaning you attach to an event and the interpretation you yourself put on the event. And that's great news, because you know that that means that you can change any interpretation right now. You can change the meaning that you give some events so that it makes you the winner. You are the hero of your story. Yes, your parents may have loved your sister or your brother a little more or less. Some friends may have not realized that you are a genius, a wonderful person, a talented person. That was their problem. You are an amazing person. So, change the interpretation, change the meaning, and expect more scenes to come up. Expect to feel a little, maybe even more emotional, because you are letting go. It's like the bubbles in the soda that go up, 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 and away. Release all negativity. Release and relax. Welcome back